Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing Dragon Age Inquisition, finally. So Dragon Age Inquisition is the successor to Dragon Age 2, which is the successor to Dragon Age Origins. We played Origins and then 2, and now it's Inquisition's turn to be played. I've played the other two games quite a bit, but this game I've only played through all the way once. I've done the beginning area a few times because I was having a hard time getting into the game, but let's play it. I'm excited to do this with you guys because I don't remember this game at all. It's been a while since I completed it. So let's play it again, shall we? Click to continue. Oh, so the mages and the Templars are at war for what happened at the end of Dragon Age 2 at Kirkwall. So here on this main screen, you got the mages and Templars marching into this cathedral to talk peacefully and see if a truce can come about. So first thing that we should do is head over to the Dragon Age Keep, because I wanted to show what, like a summary of what happened to the other two. Alright, so what the tapestry here is showing is all the choices, well not all the choices, the important choices that we could have made for Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age Inquisition, but don't worry about the Inquisition. We're not worried about it. So yeah, these are the characters that we created together and played through together. The only change that I made is for Dragon Age 2. What is it? No. And companions. Yes. Talus. I mean, not Talus, Meryl. She destroyed the Olivion, yes. But what I changed was Meryl's clan was not killed. In our game, she had to kill the entire clan because they all thought that, because she had to kill the keeper of the clan, because the keeper of the clan absorbed the demon so that Meryl couldn't do it. So instead what happened, what we're saying happened, is Meryl didn't kill her clan and everything's coolly dory. Alright, so got it? Get it? Got it? Good. That's the only change that I made. Everything else we kept.
If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawns search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden. Youngest child of Ferelden's powerful Terran Cousland. Betrayal saw the Cousland's ancestral castle burn, and the Terran and his wife slain. Duncan, a Grey Warden, helped the young noble escape to a new life with the Wardens. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of Wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, and the south was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night, undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village. With the hero's help, the people of Redcliffe stood fast against the undead horde. The Wardens reached Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at the edge of death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon, and quickly fallen victim to its possession. The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession, and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends. The urn remained pure, but mysteriously disappeared after the Wardens departed. Only the temple dedicated to it still stands. With a pinch of the ashes, the hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Loghain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The Circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenad's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisting other Circle mages into abominations. The hero fought to the top of the tower and defeated Uldred, saving the remaining mages. Grateful for their lives, the mages joined the Warden's army. The allies gained at the Circle were not the only soldiers to join the Warden's forces, however. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but even deep hatred can be set aside in the face of oblivion. An ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans, turning the elves into werewolves. Zathrian, the clan's keeper, claimed that the cure required the heart of the great wolf, Witherfang. Years before, Zathrian himself had afflicted a group of humans with the curse that now ravaged his clan. As long as he lived, the curse endured. The hero freed the werewolves from the long-standing curse, and the Dalish joined the Warden's forces. Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, but the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. The hero arrived in Orzammar in the wake of King Endrin's death to find political factions fighting for control of the dwarven capital. Only the vote of a venerated paragon could break the deadlock to elect a ruler, and order the dwarves to honor their Grey Warden treaty and join the battle against the new Blight. The hero set off to find a paragon named Branka, who had disappeared into the Deep Roads in search of a legendary artifact, the Anvil of the Void, created by the renowned smith Caridin to forge mighty war golems. The hero helped Caridin destroy the Anvil of the Void, along with the dark secrets that could trap a living soul inside a mechanical construct. The hero emerged from the Deep Roads with a master-forged crown to bestow the Paragon's favor upon whichever rival candidate would be crowned king. Balin, the youngest son of King Endrin who was suspected of foul play, or Haramont, the aging traditionalist backed by the Dwarven Assembly. Balin followed his father to the throne. He leads with a ruthless but progressive hand, seeking to re-establish ties to the Surface Kingdoms. With Warden's strength now bolstering the Warden's army, the hero had to deal with Loghain so Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn before the Blight swallowed the world. The kingdom of Ferelden stood divided. While some nobles supported Loghain's regency, others condemned his inaction against the Darkspawn. Civil war brewed, and Arl Eamon called a landsmeet in hopes of curtailing the conflict and removing Loghain from the throne. Loghain was found guilty of treason, and the hero carried out his execution in Denerim's palace. As the Warden's united army massed in Redcliffe, the Darkspawn overran Denerim, laying siege to Ferelden's capital city. The hero's army fought valiantly through Denerim and broke the Darkspawn siege. On Fort Dracon's highest tower, the hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive Archdemon. The Archdemon was killed without the sacrifice of a Grey Warden's life. With no Archdemon to lead them, the Darkspawn scattered. Most fled underground, still teeming in number and always seeking a new Archdemon to awaken. The shattered kingdom of Ferelden embarked on a long journey to recovery. In the Blight's aftermath, strong leadership was crucial. Alistair, King Caelin's half-brother, and Queen Honora, Caelin's widow and daughter of Loghain, joined in a political union. Together, they ushered Ferelden into a new era. Ferelden still stands, as obstinate and resolute as the Dog Lords ever are, but the events of the Fifth Blight loom over it as the nation rebuilds. For people across Thedas, legends of the hero of Ferelden remain the nation's brightest beacons of hope during its darkest times. It all began in Kirkwall, the fall of Knight Commander Meredith, the Kunari Uprising, and of course, the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion. One person always stood amidst the swirling chaos: Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall. The Hawk family fled Lothering, refugees from the Blight. Leandra, mother of the champion, and siblings Bethany and Carver hoped to find refuge at her family's estate in Kirkwall, far to the north. While Hawk had no magical abilities, the champion was at the heart of events that ultimately led to the Mage Rebellion. The Hawks escaped the Blight with the help of Aveline Valen, a warrior and family friend. It's said that the family was also aided by Flemeth, the notorious Witch of the Wilds. Hawk's brother, Carver, never reached the Free Marches. He was killed by Darkspawn while protecting his family. The family's first years in Kirkwall were difficult. Leandra's brother Gamlin had lost the family fortune. The Hawks lived in poverty, forced to indenture themselves in return for entrance to the city. To pay off the debt, Hawk was forced to work for a gang of smugglers. All the while, Hawk and Bethany did their best to hide Bethany's magic from the Templars. Opportunity eventually struck in the form of a dwarf named Bartrand Tethras, who was planning an expedition to the Deep Roads. It was a long shot, but with gold gained from the expedition, Hawk could free the family from its criminal creditors and further Templar scrutiny. Hawk met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawk obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Afraid to lose another sibling, Hawk insisted that Bethany stay in Kirkwall rather than accompany the expedition. Hawk did find ancient dwarven treasure, but the group also stumbled upon a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Upon returning to the surface, Hawk found Templars taking Bethany away. Her magic had been discovered. She joined a mage circle soon after. The gold Hawk recovered from the Deep Roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawks had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered. A deeply sinister and twisted killing. Hawk hunted down Quentin, the blood mage responsible, but could not prevent Leandra's death. Leandra's tragic death was part of a critical problem facing Kirkwall. Rising tension between the city's mages, who felt increasingly oppressed, and Templars, who grew increasingly suspicious of their activities. Adding to the strain, a large contingent of Qunari had also established themselves in Kirkwall, much to the growing discomfort of the city's rulers. After their dreadnought was shipwrecked many years before, a group of stranded Qunari were allowed to remain in a cordoned-off area in Lowtown. As time passed, the Qunari made no effort to return home and offered no explanation about why they remained. Tensions rose to a breaking point. Revered Mother Patrice, convinced the Qunari were a threat to the Chantry's faith, incited violence between the Qunari and the Kirkwall populace. Hawk knew that Patrice would bring about unnecessary conflict. Though the champion tried to stop her, Patrice orchestrated the murder of Seamus Dumar, a Viscount's son and a recent convert to the Qun. When her crime was discovered, a Qunari assassin killed her. After Seamus was murdered, the Arashok of the Qunari group lost patience with the humans of Kirkwall. They would now submit to the Qun or die. The Qunari struck hard and fast. They took the palace in Hightown and beheaded the Viscount to immediately quash any resistance. Aided by Knight Commander Meredith and First Enchanter Orsino, Hawk reached the palace and stood toe-to-toe with the fearsome Qunari leader. Hawk fought the Qunari leader. The fierce battle resulted in the Arashok's death and the liberation of Kirkwall from its brief occupation. The Qunari quickly withdrew from the city entirely. Hawk saved Kirkwall and earned the grudging respect of the city's Templars, mages, and nobility, along with the title that history remembers, the Champion of Kirkwall. Kirkwall's problems were still not over, however. After Viscount Dumar's death, Knight Commander Meredith took power and blocked all attempts to appoint a new Viscount. Under Meredith's command, the Templars tightened their grip on the mages, planning to suppress what Meredith saw as a growing rebellion. Anders, who spent years fighting for justice and freedom for his fellow mages, saw that the time for negotiation was past. He destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, killing hundreds, including Grand Cleric Elthina. This single act began a rebellion that spread from circle to circle, until all circles of Magi had risen up in defiance against Chantry rule. Though Anders had done the unforgivable, something stayed the champion's hand. Anders survived the day, although many others did not. Fighting spread swiftly through the city. Some mages rebelled openly, many of them succumbing to possession. Templars turned their swords on mages who rebelled and on those who did not. As First Enchanter Orsino refused to bend to the Templars, Knight Commander Meredith demanded that every mage in Kirkwall be put to the sword. Hawk saved many mages from Templar blades, keeping them from succumbing to possession or the temptations of blood magic. In the end, however, Hawk was forced to strike down Orsino, who had betrayed his own values by resorting to blood magic himself. The battle proved one thing. Knight Commander Meredith had gone mad. Hawk saw the truth of it when Meredith unsheathed her sword, and the red lyrium idol from the deep roads was embedded within it. The blade fueled her hatred and paranoia, as it had for months. After a horrific battle, the red lyrium of the Knight Commander's sword consumed her as she died. Meredith became a statue, her face a frozen mask of horror. Little is known of the champion since that final battle. However, Hawk's story lives on in legend and song. Memories of the indelible changes the champion of Kirkwall brought to the face of Thedas. The Mage Rebellion in Kirkwall was felt throughout Thedas, the news spreading like wildfire. The Templars clamped down in response, but each new restriction only made things worse. Led by Grand Enchanter Fiona, the mages voted for independence, The Circle of Magi would govern itself, without the Chantry and especially without the Templars. The result was cataclysmic. 2 circles were destroyed. Those within killed to the last mage, before the rest fled into the wilderness. Perhaps the mighty Empire of Orlais could have intervened in the war before it began, but that was not to be. Grand Duke Espard began a deadly civil war against Empress Celine, vying for the Orlesian throne. The mages were offered safe haven in neighboring Ferelden, but the Templars followed, and so their battle spread across all of Thedas. As head of the Chantry, Divine Justinia ordered the Templars to stand down. They refused, declaring their own independence. Thus, the war began in earnest. Templars hunting mages, mages fighting Templars. Their clashes wreaked untold destruction. All sense of order was falling to pieces. Divine Justinia made one final desperate bid to end the war. She approached the leaders of both sides and convinced them to come to a conclave held on neutral ground. With the Chantry to mediate, mages and Templars will talk for the first time since this all began. It is our last, and perhaps our only, chance for peace.
So there you guys go. So that is our introduction. All the events that have led up to since now. So here the 2 groups are to go up to this Chantry and declare peace with one another. Hopefully. Yeah, remember me talking about peace happening? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, guys. I really don't. Something tells me that's not gonna happen. Okay, so yes, definitely female, for sure. Humans are the most numerous and powerful race in Thedas. They are also the most divided politically and seem to thirst for conflict. Human characters receive a bonus ability point at the start of the game. Okay. Elves are historically oppressed people, distinguished by their lithe frames and pointed ears, though most survive in the poorest fringes of human cities. Others live as nomads known as the Dalish. Elves receive a bonus of 25% range defense. Sweet. Dwarfs are short, stocky, and most spend their entire lives underground. Those exiled to the surface, and often merchants or smugglers, because dwarves have no connection to the Fade, they cannot be mages, but receive a 25% bonus to magic defense. Nice. The Qunari are a race of horned giants who follow a strict religious text known as the Qun. Those who have abandoned its principles are known as Talvashah, and often work as mercenaries. Qunari characters get a bonus plus 10% physical damage resistance. Okay, well, so I'm gonna choose a human, and here are my reasons why. The elves sound interesting, but so my first reason why is I've always chosen a human. In Dragon Age 2, you could only be human, you couldn't be any other race. And in Dragon Age Origins, I picked a human, partly because I knew I'd have this choice in Dragon Age Inquisition, and I wanted that to line up. So the other thing that's happening is this war between mages and Templars. I think that's not really anything to do with race, except for dwarves. But I think we should be a mage. Because in Dragon Age Origins, we were a warrior, weapon and shield. And then in Dragon Age 2, we were a rogue, sometimes bows, sometimes dual-wielding daggers. So let's try something new in Inquisition. Be a mage. In this time of mage rebellion and war between the two sides. You know? Yeah. And there's another reason I want to be a mage, but I'll get to that whenever it comes, which will be soon. So, mage. Mages channel magical power into spells capable of a wide range of effects, from debilitating opponents, protecting allies, or unleashing devastating elemental energy. Those who wield magic are widely feared for their abilities, and their rebellion against Chantry control has left the land in chaos. Cool. Rogues. Dual-wield archer. A dual-wielding rogue is kind of fun in this game, so I might switch to a companion every so often. Let's see here. If the player's interested in balanced but challenging gameplay experience, the setting is recommended for most players. Yeah, a little bit challenging, but not too challenging, because I gotta keep the story moving. Human mage. Born to the Trevelyan noble family of Ostwick in the Free Marches, you were originally intended for a life of privilege, until magical abilities surfaced at a young age and you were forced into a life of confinement with Ostwick's Circle of Magi. Protected but stifled, educated but isolated, the Circle would have been your entire future had the mages not rebelled against the Chantry rule. Like it or not, you had to fight for your life against Templars hunting down all quote-unquote free mages. You joined the delegation of mages attending a Chantry enclave in hopes of negotiating peace with the Templars. It didn't go well. Indeed not. Yes. World state imported. Sweet. Custom world state? No, it should be the default world state. Oh well. I'm gonna assume it imported correctly. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna cut away for a second as I make our character, because this game has a lot of ways that you can fuck up your character. Customize. Like, for instance, let's get...
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Yeah. So something like this. See the errors? That's just ridiculous. So I'm gonna cut away for a little bit, because this is gonna take me a while. Alright, so I think this is pretty good. I like this character. It's kind of the best I could do, really. It's so hard to make a nice character in this game.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
So I think, all things considered, she's pretty good. Eveline. Let's do Arianna. Yeah, let's just do one in. Because we bloody well can. But 2 ends is so fanciful. Let's do 2 ends. look back, girl. Keep running. So what happened?
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
Oh boy. Let's see here. If I remain silent, that just makes me look guilty. You think I did it? That's horrible.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
Some dialogues give you the opportunity to respond emotionally to situations. When these opportunities appear, special icons will highlight the emotions tied to the response. So this one is sadness. This one is ferocity, I'm guessing. This one is inquiring about more stuff. What now? This one is like, I'm fine. Nothing affects me. Everything affects me. I'm an emotional bitch.
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
what did happen?
It will be easier to show you.
Oh, well, shit.
We call it
The sky's
the
torn
Reach.
open.
It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
Okay, so this is the other reason why I wanted to be a mage. Because we have that marker on our hand, which is magical, and I wanted it to make more sense that it would go to a mage. Like, obviously a mage would be able to wield that power. So another reason to have that.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is. And you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
We're a good mage. We care about other people.
I understand.
Then
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
they have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more.
I did nothing.
Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Alright, let's go. Come on. You can do it. And go. And go. Right now.
Your mark must be tested
Hey.
on something smaller than the breach.
These truths that make us,
Oops.
as there is but one God, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he
What is the command? Oh, B. There we go, I remember this.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
Is there nothing?
O Maker, hear my cry. Seat me by your side in death. Make me one with you.
Get out of my way.
Michael, it's the end of the world.
That face. Ugh.
Pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Well, that's just great. Let me just get a second look at my character here. I mean, not bad. It's just not great. I'm just not happy with it. It just looks wrong. It looks all wrong. Bruh. Cassandra's face looks fine. Ooh. There's something somewhere. Oh shit. Curse you. Bring it on, demon.
Stay behind me!
Yeah, use that staff. Basic attack is R. Yay.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
If it'll make her feel better, I don't feel like this is the correct option. It's an option, but you see, the thing about this game compared to the others is an option does not mean a good option. In the other games, all options were good options. Doing the Assassin's Quest, good option. There's some great shit that came with it, and they were gonna kill the people anyways. Yeah, great options with the other quests. But this one, I think we need to do as she says.
All right. Have it your
See,
way.
she approves.
Wait. You don't need a staff, but you should have one. I cannot protect you.
And why are you the one leading me?
I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
Yes, that would be nice. Oh, thank God, we can jump. We can jump! Oh my God, it's a miracle! I've been forgetting to do that. Oops. Something over here. Iron.
Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
Where are
Gather
all your
resources.
soldiers?
At the forward camp or fighting. We are on our own for now.
So, give me some of that armor. There we go. So we need to get up there. Man, there's no fruit up there. I think I remember the way to get up there. It's ways back here. Abilities. Abilities consume mana and stamina for powerful combat effects. Most abilities require time to pass before reuse.
There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Whee! Going down. Get him off of me. There we go. I'll take that. And that loot, and that. So yeah, I think it's up here. Right hither. Loot. Hooray for loot. And now we can come back to here. To grab an elf fruit, a single elf fruit, which can be used to make health potions and health potion upgrades. And some more loot, because we need money. We're prisoner of war and we're poor as hell right now, so some money would be good to have. Another elf fruit.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
What does? You? Kill it. This is the problem with this game, is there's no clear defining paths, really. There is for missions like this, but in general, whenever we get to the main part of the game and not the intro, then it's gonna open up a lot. So we're gonna be exploring a lot, going side to side a lot, checking the map a lot, seeing what's uncovered and what isn't, and seeing what paths we've already taken and which ones we haven't. So much adventuring to do. Shove yourselves in, boys and girls. It's gonna be a long one.
Ah! They're falling from the breach!
You are. Where are? When are? Why are? Oh shit. Get away from me. So that spell is more effective if there's more people around the person that it goes to. The electric spell. I'll be there shortly. First, there's more loot to collect. Gotta get that elf fruit. And that iron. Cool. Ah, shit. Kill it. Yay, he died. Ah, some loot. I'll take all that. Know thy enemy, keep items for later.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Anything back here? Come on, there's nothing back here. That's lame. Hey, it's Varric!
4 more come through!
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Unlike you, Solus is an apostate.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade. Far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
That's a commendable attitude.
Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know. The magic involved here is unlike any I have seen. Your prisoner is a mage, but I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
Alright, you guys, well, I'm gonna have to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. I've been the Love Scarlet Fox. Please be sure to like the video, comment all the comments, subscribe to the channel, all that good shit. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.